I've been using the itel Budget 5 for over 2 months now, and I honestly have a couple of things I'd like to say about it. Is it worth the price? Do I regret buying it? Well, let's find out in the rest of the video. Let's start from one of the most important parts, price. If I'm remembering correctly, I got this for 25,000 naira online, Jumia specifically, excluding delivery charges. But as at the time of the recording of this video, it is currently 25,299 naira, excluding delivery charges. I'm assuming you can also get it around the same price range from physical stores around you. So in my opinion, I think for what it offers, it is pretty affordable. When it comes to colors, it comes in two distinct colors, and those are starry purple and space gray. Now, I really wanted the space gray, but as you can see, it was the starry purple I got. You can't win every game in life, so I'll just take it as it is. Space gray is a lot more subtle. I mean, I'm wearing black, so I'm a fan of really dull colors, but if you want to stand out, you can just go for the starry purple. I've had people ask me if I'm wearing earrings, and I think it's pretty cool. So if you're one for bright colors, go for starry purple. It kind of grows on you eventually. The Budget 5 comes in a very compact box. It has the main features displayed across it, as well as a 12-month gold warranty sticker. Now, when you open the box, what you get is pretty standard. You have your Budget 5 case, you have your USB-A to USB-C charging cable, the user manual, and a 12-month warranty card. So that means that if anything happens to your buds within the 12-month warranty period, you can reclaim your warranty from any car care store around you. When it comes to the design, I like it because it is very simple. It is made out of plastic, but it doesn't look cheap at all. On the front, you have the itel logo, and behind it, you have the charging port. Another thing to look out for is that it is very lightweight, and it fits directly in your pocket with your phones, or whatever the hell it is you're putting in your pockets. Mine has a couple of scratches on it, despite its glossy finish. I was initially worried about that. But then again, I have not been treating it like an egg, so it has fallen down a couple of times, so the scratches it makes sense. It's fair enough, so I can't really fault itel on the design. But then again, simple, elegant, straight to the point. I'm a huge fan of how the case snaps shut. The hinges are very firm, and once you just tilt a little bit, it just, claps shut. Also, on the case, there is an LED indicator that shows white lights and green lights. Now, when the battery is below 20% and you open the case, the white light blinks rapidly. When it is charging, the white light is steady, and when it is almost full, it starts to blink green repeatedly. However, when the battery is fully charged, the light turns off completely. When it comes to the earbuds themselves, they are a bit of a chimera. They are made up of silicone and plastic. Now, the silicone parts expand to be able to accommodate any kind of ear size, while the plastic part houses the drivers, the speaker, the battery, and the touch area. Now, if you look closely at each earbud, they are indicated R and L to show you which is for your right ear and which is for your left ear. Also, they also have indicator lights that show you when they're connected and when they are not. And if you want to get the full scope of commands for the touch areas, just read the manual that is available in the pack. When it comes to connectivity, the itel Budget 5 are equipped with Bluetooth version 5.4. It also has a connectivity range of 10 meters and is compatible with both Android and Apple devices. Now, there's something weird I noticed while I was using the buds. They tend to connect and disconnect of their own accord at certain times. Now, there are two reasons why that could happen. One is low battery. When the battery is low, it tends to disconnect and reconnect of its own accord. Also, when the buds are idle, it also tends to do the same thing. For instance, if you've had the buds connected and they've been in your ear for a while, but you've not played anything or you've not used it to listen to anything, it tends to disconnect and reconnect. Kind of like a soft reminder for you to, use me, that kind of thing. Now, while it is not a deal breaker for me, it can be slightly annoying sometimes. When it comes to wearability and comfort, I give itel a solid 10 out of 10. The buds are very comfortable to use in everyday life. I'm a big fan of how they don't go into your ear, but still clamp firmly around your ear. So sometimes you even forget that you're wearing them. I specifically have gone to bed many a time with them and didn't realize until I woke up. So comfort-wise, 10 out of 10. When it comes to the battery, each earpod has 50 mAh while the case has 500 mAh. Now what that simply means is that on a single charge, the bud can last between 8 to 9 hours of playtime, while the case gives you an extra 32 hours. So if you're a 9 to 5 person, you could use the earbuds for your entire work week without necessarily needing to charge it again. So battery-wise, 10 out of 10. When it comes to calls, that's where I personally have an issue with the Buds Fit 5. Now, itel advertised that they come with AI noise cancellation for calls, but that has not entirely been my experience, especially with WhatsApp calls. With WhatsApp calls, there are several instances where I've had people complain about the background noise overshadowing my voice itself, and that can be very annoying. Also, with mobile calls, if you're in a really noisy environment, some of that noise still actually filters into the call. Now, the Buds Fit 5 sort of does its job when the noise is not so much, but it's not great. But also, it is also not terrible. It's kind of in the middle there. But for its price point, I think it is fair. When it comes to sound quality, I'm a little impressed, I'll be honest. I didn't expect much from itel on this one, but the sound quality is pretty decent. Now, they do advertise that the earbuds have deep bass. In my opinion, it's not deep enough. But then I am a bass head and a musician, so I need to hear that 808, and the Buds Fit 5 doesn't quite do it for me. But for the average listener, it is fair. I also believe that you don't really experience the deep bass because of the open ear design, and I think maybe itel designed that so that you can use it and be aware of your surroundings. But again, for the average listener, this is worth the money. But if you're an instrumentalist or a bass head like me, you might need to aim higher. Now, while the itel Buds Fit 5 doesn't come with its own designated app like Oraimo, you can still change your EQ settings, and you can do that by long pressing the right earbud for 3 seconds, and you should hear it switch from classic mode to super bass mode and even gain mode. Now, does the EQ work? I'd say yes. I have keen ears, so I can tell the difference in the sound and in the music that I listen to. But the average person might totally miss it. But then again, if you want super clear changes or EQ manipulations, you might have to aim higher. But yes, the EQ works. Let's talk about the IP rating. itel says that the Buds Fit 5 come with an IP54 water and dust resistance. What that means is that if you're using it at the gym and you're sweating, you have nothing to worry about. I dare say if there are light showers, you also have nothing to worry about. But do not go swimming with your Buds Fit 5. Joe, I'm begging you, don't enter swimming pool with it. And for those of you that have babe or that have wife, you want to be playing love under the rain, your earbuds will spoil. It will spoil, I promise you. But for light splashes and for dust, you're good to go. For heavy rainfall, please put them in the case, put them in your pocket or in your bag. Now, I mentioned this earlier in the past when I was talking about the equalizer modes. The itel Buds Fit 5 actually has a designated gain mode alongside classic mode and deep bass. Now, it's not like some other models that say, yeah, we have gain mode, but then it doesn't actually have anything. But yes, the itel Buds Fit 5 has a designated gain mode that actually works. And when you turn on gain mode, you can actually feel the video and sound latency drop and stabilize while you're playing games. So, the moment of truth. What is my honest verdict for the itel Buds Fit 5? To be fair, I'd give it a solid 8 out of 10. Now, there are a lot of areas where the Buds Fit 5 could improve or could do better, but for its price point, it shows up really strongly. Now, if you're an entry-level user, this is going to feel premium for you. But if you're a high-end person and Sapa have got you and you cannot afford the one of your dreams, this is also a great compromise. I'm a huge fan of the design, especially the earring look. So if you fear to pierce your ear, just wear itel Buds Fit 5 and you'll be golden. If you plan to get it, let me know in the comments. And if you already have it, let us know your experience in the comments as well. My name is Josh, and this is Tech Mansion, where tech lives. And I'll see you in the next video. Be safe.